Ali to the Shia, A'udhu Billah, I'm going to say something very bad now. Ali to the Shia is a mouse. Wallahi, Ali taqiyya man. I'm telling you, this is how you think Ali is. You're making Ali into someone who was not only a madloom, someone who's bullied, kicked around, his wife is killed. Do you even listen to yourself? Do you pay attention to yourself? To us, according to our Sunni narrative, Ali is the lion of Allah. Ali never compromised on haqq. He stood by it. This is Ali, Haidar, Karrar.
The goal of this shubha is to deny the incident of the door and the invasion of the house altogether by stating that Ali is a brave person. He wouldn't stand watching this situation, so it never happened. Before providing the real answer, we should know that there are some counterexamples for the Sunnis. In their books and in their beliefs, there are certain individuals that they were put in the same setting and they acted just like Amir al-Mu'mineen. The first one in Sahih al-Bukhari, which is narrated by Abu Huraira. Of course, we don't believe that Abu Huraira is a thugga person, but anyway, they believe in it, so let's go through it. They say Ibrahim alayhi salam went through a town and the ruler of that town disrespected his lady Sarah, but he didn't do anything to stop it. He just prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the problem to be solved. This is the Prophet of God, and he didn't do anything. Whatever answer you provide for this situation, for this case, we will provide for Amir al-Mu'mineen. This is the first one. There's also the undeniable facts of the invasion of the house of Uthman. It is said that the attackers entered his house, he didn't do anything. They attacked his lady and severed some of her fingers, he didn't do anything. And they even did some obscene things with her lady, and he still didn't do anything to stop it. And at the end, he himself was killed by those attackers. There are certain authentic counterexamples that are accepted by Shia as well. For starters, we know that Rasulullah's mission lasted for 13 years in Mecca. During this time, all the Muslims went through a lot of hardship. Some of them were held captives, some of them were tortured, and some of them even got martyred. But Rasulullah didn't do anything to stop it. In Lady Sumayya's case, the first lady who was martyred in Islam, it is said that Abu Jahl hit her with a stick in her crotch so many times that she got martyred because of the pain and the harm that he inflicted on her. Again, we don't know anything about Rasulullah trying to stop this. He always invited the mu'mineen, the Muslims during the time, to observe patience. Another authentic counterexample is the story of Prophet Lut. We've heard in the Quran that the infidels invaded his house, but despite the fact, the Prophet didn't do anything to stop them, and he even offered her daughters to them to stop them from doing that obscene thing that they had in mind. You see that even the Prophet, because of the benefit, didn't resort to violence. Okay, so far, the answers we provided are just counterexamples that some of them are accepted by the Sunnis and some of them are accepted by both of Sunnis and Shia. Now let's get to the main answer. Amir al-Mu'mineen didn't stay silent that day, but it is written in history that he grabbed one of the attackers from the collar, hit him a few times in his face and in neck, and threw him on the ground and wanted to kill him just to remember the promise that he gave to Rasulullah. It is narrated in Khasa'is al-Ummah and also in Usul al-Kafi that Rasulullah, with different wordings of course, that Rasulullah took promise from Amir al-Mu'mineen to observe patience. Another thing that we should know that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam invited Amir al-Mu'mineen to observe patience, not because he al-ayadu billah was fearful of his life or a coward person. It was because of certain reasons. The first one is Amir al-Mu'mineen lacked enough manpower to go against the usurpers. It is said in a very famous khutbah called Khutbatul Talutiyya in Usul al-Kafi that according to Mir'atul Ubul, written by Allama al-Majlisi, it is surely the wordings of Amir al-Mu'mineen, and we can easily attribute it to the Imam alayhi salam. In this khutbah, it is said that some people gathered around Amir al-Mu'mineen by claiming that they want to support him. Imam alayhi salam accepted this. First light in the morning, gather in a specific place and shave your head as a sign that you're ready to give your life for me. But the next morning, when Amir al-Mu'minin went to that place, only a few of them were presented, like Salman, Abu Dhar, Ammar, and the other ones. Amir al-Mu'minin was so alone that he wished for having only 30 people to support him.
He did not draw Zulfiqar, his sword, in order to get his right. And this is where we have to realize that this decision was made by him in the interest of the greater good of Islam and the Muslim Ummah. There are many statements in Nahjul Balagha and in other sources where actually Amir al-Mu'minin explains the suffocation that he went through in 25 years. 25 years is a long time. You know, in khutbah number 26, he says, talking about what happened in the khilafat, فَنَظَرْتُ فَإِذًا لَيْسَ لِي مُعِينٌ إِلَّا أَهْلَ بَيْتِي. He says, I considered this issue and I realized that my only supporters in this matter were my family member. فَظَنِنْتُ بِهِمْ عَنِ الْمَوْتِ. And I didn't want to push them towards death. Because when I don't have enough supporters, eventually it is death. But how did I live? He says, أغضيت على القضاء. I kept my eyes closed, even though there were particles irritating them. وشربت على الشجا. And I continued to drink despite the choking sensation in my throat. وصبرت على أخذ الكظم. And I exercised patience, even though I struggled to breathe. This is another one. And this is actually from khutbah number 3, where he says, أَمَّا وَاللَّهِ لَقَدْ تَقَمَّصَهَا ابْنَ أَبِي قُحَافَةَ. By Allah, beware that the son of Abu Quhafa, referring to Abu Bakr, dressed himself with khilafat. You know, the word in Arabic is taqammasa. You know, qamis, shirt. When you use that in the format of the verb taqammasa, it means putting on a shirt which doesn't fit you. And so that is the term Ali is using, that Abu Bakr dressed himself with khilafat, while he certainly knew that my position in relation to it is the same as the position of the axis in relation to the hand mill. Then I put a curtain against the khilafat and kept myself detached from it. But it was not easy. You know, why didn't he fight for it? He says, then I began to think whether I should fight with the amputated arm in a symbolic sense, I don't have helpers, or endure calmly the blinding darkness of tribulations. And at the end he says, I found that endurance and patience was wiser. But even there, he explains, فَصَبَرْتُ. Yes, I adapted patience, but it wasn't easy. There was pricking in the eyes, suffocation in the throat. I watched the plundering of my inheritance till the first one went away and handed it over to the second one. And so Ali is very clear about where is haqq, where is the truth, what is my position there. And he also explains that I went through these 25 years in the state of patience, which was not easy.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.